Full Throttle Remastered coming up now. And yeah, I don't know if you want to say anything about yourself or the game before you
that's
get
all right.
started.
I'll save it for during the run so we can get going.
Okay, that's great. Then I'm gonna do the countdown.
Okay, I'm
3.
ready.
Yeah, that's good. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, and we're off. And immediately the first thing I did was skip about I think it's a 7-minute cutscene if I remember right, maybe 9, something like that. Really, really long anyway. So that's a nice little time save right off the bat. And as far as talking about Full Throttle Remastered, I'd like to say, of course, as an adventure game where you can skip cutscenes and skip dialogue, and otherwise would be narrative driven, it's not going to make much sense to the observer who's unfamiliar with the game. So I have an idea, which is maybe let chat watch the run, and if you're unfamiliar with the game, just take your best guess at what the plot is based on what you see here. How about that? Who knows if and then that way we'll see some pretty funny ideas about what's going on. So yeah, I'm in one of the first puzzle segments here. It's not gonna be too long before I'm out of this town. But while I gather some supplies, I'll talk about this a little bit. I feel like a bit of a cheat not having to run on Scum VM or anything like that. Those that older game runners, the things they're having to deal with. Whoops. There we go. And instead, I've got the remaster going here, where I can just do whatever I want to and play it natively on Steam quite easily. Let's see, just a couple more things to do in town here. I suppose I could talk about the game a little bit. This is Ben, and he does biker things, and you're not going to get to see too much of it.
Won't happen.
Interesting thing. Okay, let me talk about something to do with the speedrun tech. Something I thought was interesting is these skip cutscene buttons obviously used the most. A lot of these little animations and such are skipped, not just like full screen takeover cutscenes. And besides that, I said there is a skip dialogue button, but you don't really need to use it too much. And it actually slows the run down if you spam them both unnecessarily.
There's more.
Discovery I found, like, here's some dialogue I want to skip, but if you don't have dialogue to skip and you're just spamming the skip dialogue button, it actually like eats inputs from the skip cutscene. So
Over here.
yeah, little advice for you should you ever want to speedrun this: don't spam both buttons. Just use skip cutscene, and most of the time. The keys are skipping a cutscene is with backspace, and skipping dialogue is with period. And then the main action you do is punching things, right? And so that's P for punch. So one of the ways I'm running this is by having my keyboard slightly tilted and then finger my left hand each on a backspace, punch, and skip and period. So kind of a little different positioning. And this is probably one of the longest delays with nothing going on in the entire run. Ben has to walk up and down this fertilizer trailer, so it takes a while. There's one more big long walk to his motorcycle later in the game, so those are my two little breaks here where I could actually say hi, listen to donations if I was at a charity marathon, things like that. So yeah, second segment of the run here. I'm just preparing to jump the gorge, and I've got three different items to collect. I'm about to get the first one here. Oh yeah, it would have been quicker actually. Just FYI, if I had punched the rear fender first to get him moving toward it, and then gone into my inventory and gotten the part. So it's kind of interesting. Like here, I punched the bike, and then I went to my inventory to get the hover fan. You know, just getting Ben moving as soon as possible is
Looks okay.
obviously
I don't
quite
walk.
ideal. So, all right, let's see. So now we're gonna go into one of the two major RNG sections in the run, which is the Old Mine Road. Oh yeah, I forgot, you know, my commentary might be a little bit ahead of the game that you see, so apologies if none of that makes sense, or if I'm a little out of sync. But yeah, you have to talk to Father Torque there, and then we have to meet that guy 2 times. I cannot actually defeat him the first time I see him. Okay, so far this is actually a perfect RNG. Finding the chainsaw lady first here is great. Fun fact, the reason she is vulnerable to having fertilizer thrown in her face is because she is the only biker on the Old Mine Road that does not have goggles on or something like that. If you check out the animation stylings of all the other ones, you'll see they've got something protecting their eyes, but not her. So, okay, so far still have perfect RNG going, because I do need the chain from this gentleman to defeat the first biker that I had to encounter, well, twice total, but already encountered once. So now that I have the chain, if I see that guy again, I can whip him off his butt. I see him again. All right, so far we have perfect RNG. Don't know if I mentioned that yet, but anyway, after this I would want to see a Rottweiler, but specifically there's 3 different types. I would want to see the Rottweiler that has a 2x4 weapon. That is a Rottweiler, but they all look identical from the back, so we'll see how this goes. That is not the one I want. Okay, perfect RNG ruined. What the heck? Well, we got another Rottweiler. Well, I can't believe that I didn't get perfect RNG this entire time. This is the gentleman we want, so that's nice. His name is Clambake.
Clambake!
Because when you knock him off his bike, he says Clambake. I don't know. It's as simple as that, people. I don't know what else to tell you. And this is perfect RNG again. Now that I have the 2x4 from him, I needed to encounter one of these cavefish bikers. And so, you know, here they are right away, so that's great. Anyway, this is the God Run. Okay, I defeated the cavefish without blowing it, so that's nice. Yeah, we ran into a total of 1 biker I did not want to see. So anyway, I have to go back around to the beginning of the Old Mine Road here to find the entrance to the cavefish's cave. So I'm going to do that real quick, put on their secret goggles. And as soon as the exit in the bottom left turns into cave, I can hop into the cave, you know. Anyway, now that I've probably got a good time going, I should try not to waste any of it. So we'll see how the rest of the run goes. But yeah, that was really cool. Best Old Mine Road I think I've ever seen. All right. Don't mind me, just rolling the dice and getting lucky today. Alright, so here is the other long walk to a bike. So while that happens, since I'm not quite perfect at this game, I will consult the Full Throttle official player's guide, available at a Barnes & Noble or Borders Books near you, I'm sure. Yeah. No. Let's see. Okay, so up next, last segment of the game, I'll be running around this town that's, you wouldn't believe it, on the other side of the gorge.
All right.
And, oh yeah, skip dialogue there, skip cutscene, and here we go. Alright, so we're gonna go get a bunny
Souvenirs here.
to get a battery.
We got your hats.
I'm not putting.
Oh, whoops.
I'm not putting
I
my
wanted to
lips
look at
on
that.
it.
I wanted to
Well,
look at that. Okay. And then we're gonna go blow up the bunny, because that's fun. I probably could have gone in there to get on the bike a little bit sooner, but I'm not super used to that movement, as you know, when I first began running this, that wasn't really a thing. So
Those weapons were a lot of.
all right, so we just dropped the bunny, put it down. The bunny will blow up on a minefield, as bunnies do, right? Am I right? Adventure games. Okay. And skip dialogue, and there you go. Yeah. What else should I possibly talk about here? Well, now that I got my battery, I
We got
can
it all
go
right
solve
here.
the next puzzle by charging up this car. Oh, no, I did not want to do that. Okay.
Okay, that's far enough.
Oh, okay, cool. I did not realize that the battery actually went in there. Okay, cool. I was afraid I forgot a step. We'll go there and then go there and then get on the bike. Okay. Wait, might have been a little faster. All right, last RNG section coming up here. This is really just, dropping off the bunnies. So what I'm going to do here is pick up a couple of them and give them a head start. So that they blow up mines sooner. You can see how all these are still really far back. And so now I can follow the path of adhesive 4.
I don't want to set off any.
Okay, and then you just start setting out more bunnies. And since those got pretty far, I'll do 2 at a time. Sometimes the bunnies, go diagonally, so it's nice to have more than one going, just so they might, forge a separate path.
I don't want to set off any. I'm not putting my lips on.
Alright, there we go. Probably a couple more bunnies will do it, unless they just blow up immediately.
I'm not putting my lips on.
Just keep following them until I get to, probably one more spot here.
I don't want to set off any.
There we go. Alright. Then we're going to come up to the Demolition Derby section.
My temper, Marie. I'm losing my temper.
Wrong option. Alright.
Let me go, or else I'll
call your names. Dynamo. Okay. So this section's a little louder than the rest of the game. Oh yeah, I'm steering with the arrow keys, so oh, snuck by green, nice. So that's a little awkward. Okay, so we stall out orange by leaping over it. Push it down, skip a couple of cutscenes to try to interrupt us here. Push it down below the oil slick, because the oil slick would slow us down if I drove over that. We gotta push it over this other ramp, and then off the ramp, and then jump over it, and, a whole bunch of stuff happens. Some guys die in a fire. It's really actually kind of crazy. Okay, so then we just start jamming it up toward the ramp. We get a little bit of a run up. The engine is sometimes a little kinder to you. You can see how sometimes the orange car moves quite a bit further than it did the rest of the time. Okay, so you run toward the E and can't beat a quarterly to start lighting this up. We gotta wait for that spot. There we go. That spot far on the left light up is your sign you can move on. And once you lit the stadium on fire, like I said, fire happens. People drive into it because they're silly bad guys, and then bad stuff happens to them. So, all right, well, I got a whole bunch of stuff like evidence and whatever, and so now I'm gonna go beat the game by proving my innocence for something and framing, or sorry, not framing, but showing that the actual bad guy did the murders, blah blah. You know how it goes, right? Adventure games. Okay, so safe combination. Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you all to help me remember it, but that's okay. I actually do. So, and then come in here, use a little key card on a door. We're gonna melt some celluloid by stopping a projector motor and turning the lamp up, as one does. Adventure games. And then coming to the end game here. Just pop on in there. You can actually just punch the easel before you as the screen's loading. That's kind of cool. Like, you've got all these items in your inventory that are actually what people would you could go into your inventory and pull out the evidence and stuff, but you don't have to. You can just punch the easel. Okay, yeah, he's gonna fail to do that by hand. I gotta get the tire iron out here. Okay, there we go. And the final end game, we just got a couple computer screens to navigate through, which the fun thing about that is that you can actually use the number keys to choose the options here, so they'll go by pretty fast.
Here goes nothing.
And then I gotta get back to skipping a cutscene. 113. Alright. And we're coming up on time in just a few seconds here. Just gotta run back into the airplane, run over to your bike here, punch it, and time. And as I always point out, obligatory, cool guys don't look at explosions. cutscene to end the game. As you ride off into the sunset, and everybody's happy. The bad guy fell into the gorge in a fiery wreck. Who doesn't love an ending like that? And yeah, that was
Life.
Full Throttle Remastered. That's all I have to say about that. Thank you so much to everyone at Speedy Adventures who organized this marathon and gave me a chance to show this off as part of it. I feel honored to be with such a great group of people running a lot of really cool games, and I look forward to the rest of the runs today.
Thank you very much, Prolix, for that amazing and very fast run of Full Throttle Remastered. And I believe you're joining us in the hosting seat after this next race, next run, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. So right now, we've got coming up next SwimFan doing Quest for Glory 2 with the 100% Thief class category. So that's quite a thing to look forward to. And David TKI is joining SwimFan on commentary for that, and after SwimFan's run, David is going to be running Quest for Glory 4 with the 100% Wizard class category. So I believe we've already switched to the BRB screen. Yep. And thank you for taking over the hosting in a bit.